Hello and welcome to Parity webinar that talks about bridging the retail workforce operational gap. Today we will zoom in on an area that is typically neglected when it comes to retail management and specifically in the store, the operational side of employee in the retail store. My name is Karen Halpern. I'm Director for Product Marketing for Retail, and with me is Yariv Chaba, our VP Business Development for Retail.
Yeah. Good morning, Karen. Happy to be here with you today.
I'm happy to have you here. First, some housekeeping for this webinar. The webinar is being recorded and will be available on the website and will also be sent by mail. Also, if you have any questions, you can submit them in the webinar chat and we will try to answer them during the session or during the Q&A part. Yariv, today we're talking about employee engagement and management, and specifically for retail. Where does the retail industry stand when adopting mobile solutions?
Well, Karen, we can see the mobile applications more and more common in the market, especially when we're talking about sales agents or service or delivery. But when we're talking about retail, it's actually a big black hole. We don't really see application for this purpose. We can see some of the point of sale solutions trying to bring some solutions for the gap, but it's not quite that.
This means that the engagement between the employees and the management in the store is still disconnected. I assume this is a gap in the communication, and it's dramatic and it affects the day-to-day activity in the stores.
Yes, this has few effects. We can see that when we're talking about the communication between the retailer and the employees, the retailer doesn't have a real-time communication with the employees in the store. We can see that in the task management, they don't really have a true task management system to control their employees, what they're doing on the day-to-day in the store, and they cannot control that the quality of these tasks is proper. We can also see that there is a missing system for automatic operation to create automatic tasks and to control the workflow in the store. And when we're coming to talk about shift management, for example, the employees doesn't really have a real tool to schedule their day-to-day work in the store.
I see. What about onboarding?
This is another gap that we have, a very poor onboarding experience that the employees have to get to the headquarters in order to onboard or to fill in some paperwork and this stuff. With the mobile application, this is becoming much more easy.
Lately, we've started to see some initiatives around those gaps. What can you tell us about that?
Yeah, we can see some initiatives in specific applications. Each application is trying to bring a solution for a specific need. We see some applications for communication with the store staff. We see some applications that are coming to solve the task management, and some applications trying to come and solve the HR issue of the employee management. This is based on chatbots or AI systems. And we also see BI solutions that are trying to be mobile and expose the employees to sales information. But it is too much information. It is not really pinpointed to what they really need in the store.
So there's no single solution that covers everything end to end.
Exactly. We cannot see a holistic solution that encapsulates all the needs of the retailer and the employee in the stores and actually circling the entire process.
You know, I recently heard a lecture about a large retailer in the US, one of the largest actually, that has hundreds of locations and thousands of employees. And he shared that they created a project that lasted for more than 3 years to connect all of those bits and pieces into one single proprietary solution.
Yeah, that's emphasized the frustration of the retailers of trying to get such solutions. And when they can't get these solutions, as an application coming from a vendor, they have to create it by themselves.
Mm-hmm. So what are the characteristics of such a solution?
Okay, let's try to focus on that. So first of all, it should be mobile. It should be in the hands of the employees, wherever they are, even when they're not in the store, to be able to schedule their work, for example. It should have a very strong BPM system to create the tasks, control the task flow, and monitor the tasks. Regarding the visibility of the information that we're bringing to the employees in the store should be pinpointed to what they need and not expose them to a large data which they don't know what to do with. Mm-hmm. And of course, the digital and social experience which make the application much more easy for adoption, and the gamification which make it more motivated for the employees to adopt the application. So Karen, let me show you how it actually looks like in the application itself. So we have the front page of the application. We can see the top menu. It starts with a notification that the retailer is sending to the employees. We can take a look at this one of the notifications, asking the employee to perform inventory check. After that, we have the updates. These are the updates that the retailer can send to his employees regarding promotions and information about items and so on. We have the task management. When the employee receives his task, he can see what's the task, what he should perform. And we can also control the task by attaching files, photos, whatever, to show the retailer that the task has been fulfilled according to his specifications. We have the shift management, where we can see our own schedule, or as a manager, I can see where my employees are scheduled, to which store during the week, to which shift, in what day. We have the dashboard. The dashboard shows aggregated data with the ability to drill down into the data. For example, if I want to see where I stand against my sales targets, I can see my monthly goals and where I stand against the goal for each and every store, for example, as a manager. We have the conversion rate, where I can see how many potential comers came into the store versus how many actually created transactions. The dashboard shows aggregated data as graphs. And we have the privilege upgrade, where we can receive notifications regarding, for example, request for discount, which is above the employee privilege. The manager can get a pop-up notification to the application and confirm the privilege from far.
What about workflow tasks?
That's an excellent question. We can see that we have the workflow where we can use the BPM to create workflows. In this instance is to collect order that came from the online store, and the customer wished to come into the store and collect the items. So the employees get push notification with a workflow that they have to go collect, scan the items. The system will verify that it is exactly the item that was ordered by the customer. And when the collection process is completed, it will send a notification to the customer to come into the store and collect the items.
Yariv, this looks like a great application. I believe it really breaks the barrier between the employees and the counter, the desktop point of sale. They can do anything anywhere, at any time, in the store or outside. They have visibility to all of the targets and to all of the information. They can report on tasks. I think it's a real game changer.
Yeah, exactly. And it improves the synchronization between the retail managers, the retail chain owners, and their employees in the store.
Impressive. So we have a few questions from the audience. Are you ready?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Shoot it.
So question number one, can MyBranch work with any retail management system?
Yeah, it does. No matter with which retail management system you're working with, we can integrate MyBranch to your retail application.
Is there any limitation if we're using it not as part of a priority retail suite?
Let's say that we have the advantage of the privilege upgrade that exists with priority because of the integration between priority and this application being part of the whole retail suite. That's the main advantage.
The next question that we have is, to what size of retail does this solution fit? Is it just for the larger ones?
No, it can also fit for the smaller ones. It can actually fit to any size of retail chain.
I see here a question about integration to an on-prem solution.
Well, we don't mind if you have an on-prem solution or a SaaS solution, as long as your solution is being able to integrate to other applications. We can integrate MyBranch to your solution.
That's great. One more question. Does it need any special device?
Well, it is based on bring your own device. So any employee that brings his device is able to download the application from the App Store and use the application.
I see. Another question that we have is, who is this application really targeted for?
Well, it's actually targeting retailers who wish to improve their day-to-day operation in the store. that today they actually manage sales targets to their employees, but they're having problems to track these targets or to bring their employees to achieve these targets. When they have to manage the day-to-day operation of organizing the store inventory, organizing the storefront, all this stuff, and they really wish to upscale their operation in the store.
So it's both for managers and for the employees?
Completely.
Do they have the same information available to them, visible to them?
The information is quite different for managers and employees, because managers have to see the whole picture of the store they're managing, or if they manage a few stores. So the information is showing the stores that they manage. The employee see only the information relevant to him, his sales targets, his tasks, his operation flows, and so on.
So there's kind of hierarchy in terms of what is the information that is visible to each type of role.
Exactly.
I see. Another question that we have is regarding the pricing model.
Yeah, so the application comes as a subscription, and the price is actually decided by number of stores, number of store locations.
I see. Yariv, I think it's all the time that we have right now. It was great having you here.
It was great being here.
Thank you very much to the audience for joining us. And if you want to learn more about priority retail, you can visit our website.
Thank you.